folks, welcome to the channel Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. I've got a gift request of the Troubadours, Turnpike Troubadours, and I'll be on the Garden State Parkway, not the Turnpike today, so it's not the same anyhow, but it's a gift request. Elliott Noble made a gift to the channel for me to do this one. So Elliott, thank you for the gift, my friend, and I'm going to read what you wrote. And Elliott said this: "Hey Don, I've been watching your videos for a while and I hope the move goes well." Thank you. So I'm moving in just a few hours and I'm getting these reactions done ahead of time. So I'm in a groove with the reaction, so I don't have a problem doing these even in a busy time. I'm pretty well organized with it. I was wondering if you'd have a chance to react to Heaven Passing Through by the Turnpike Troubadours. Evan Felker's sobriety was a motivator for me to get sober since exiting the Marine Corps, and this song really hit home for me. So yeah, hey, I'm all about it. And of course, thank you for your service. Sorry you went through what you did. It's understandable. You know, we all deal with things in different ways, but then we're like, oh my gosh, I need inspiration to move past something or into something. Like some folks are really out of shape and they're like, my neighbor runs every day. I see him or her running. I should be doing that instead of eating, you know, what do they eat? Yodels or something. And then you stop eating as much sugar, you start running, and lo and behold, you're feeling a lot better. Anyway, life's a battle. And let's just get into this one. I don't know the song as far as I know, but Heaven Passing Through is a heck of a title. So here we go. There's the fox in my neighborhood, too.
The sawmill lights that shone so bright you could barely see the stars. But we caught a couple falling out on a blanket in the yard. You winding down from a late shift down at the nursing home. Feels so good to be up late pretending that I'm grown. Come back from the dark somehow, finally living in the here and now. No sign of a thundercloud following you. Don't take it personal, the world don't turn around you. Hold on to the moment like it's heaven passing through.
Amen, that's where I'm at in life.
And we wash the X's off our hands at the honky-tonk. We two-stepped pretty bad and pretended we were drunk. Shared cigarettes and talked about what we would do. I knew no matter what I did, I'd never be with you. Come back from the dark somehow, finally living in the here and now. No sign of a thundercloud following you.
Wait, but he said he'd never be with her, but I thought he was dancing with her. Maybe it's one of those conditionals that we're going to find out gets resolved later in the song, where I knew I'd never be with you if I didn't get sober. Maybe that's where this goes, but maybe not.
Don't take it personal, the world don't turn around you. Hold on to the moment like it's heaven passing through. Now we stare up and I see
motivation is allowing these lyrics to resonate. Coming out of the cave, out of the dark. Companionship. That reference to 3 years or 3 years old, was that his way of saying that he was 3 years sober? Or is it because he had a 3-year-old daughter or child? Parts of the song, that's the Turnpike Troubadours though too. So of course, when their lyrics can leave you going, that Jason Isbell, like that. Sometimes like there's multiple meanings, there's shades of meaning in there, and you're left to figure it out. Nothing is hit on the head. But Elliott, the fact that you had said that this was your motivation for getting sober tells me that that's what informed me or made me think possibly was this written after, say, Evan got sober and he was reflecting on coming out of the dark. And I mean, that constant reference to the animals and doing different parts, that the foxes, the one was like licking the other one, and that sort of companionship. You can't do it alone. And then the other one that was coming out of its, looked like it was coming out of its underground nest, maybe not hibernating, but just sort of now coming out of the dark. But it made me think that the reference to the 3-year-old, maybe he was 3 years sober, or maybe he was actually looking up at the stars, seeing the world through the youngster's eyes as he's looking up at the constellations and imagining what it was, remembering back, nostalgia-like, what it was like when he was younger looking up at the stars. And then you had that interlude in there where he was having his problems with, substance addiction, alcohol, or any other thing. But, life is about continual improvement. It isn't so much where you end up, but like where you start. And if you're starting in a dark place and just a little bit by little bit, it's kind of like when I teach yoga, and I incorporate a lot of push-ups into my yoga. And not when I teach classes, because my students generally can't do as many push-ups as I can. But what I tell them is that just do 2. Just do 2. And you might even feel a little sore from that. But what'll happen is once that tightness, you get used to that little bit of tightness in your body that you weren't used to, then all of a sudden your body's like, well, I think I could do 3. And then eventually you find yourself being able to do 10. And depending on where you're at in life and your musculature and all this, and you being, a Marine, Elliott, you'd certainly understand this part of it, where so then you're doing 40 or 50 or 100. And I can't do 100. The most I was ever able to do in my life, I think, was like 81 or 82. And I just long and lean, and it just is hard to do. But what I encourage, just continual improvement. And then there comes a point where you're satisfied. Like right now, I could do 50 or 60 tops in a row. And I'm content with that. Like I'm not in competition with anybody. I know it feels good for me. And that's the point. Like when you quit partying, like I remember when I quit running, I was 24 years old and I was working hard and playing hard. And at one moment I realized I had no life-changing moments and all these nights out partying. And I basically just said, you know what, I'm not going out anymore. And we all have our own battles. We all have our own desires and ways we want to live. So I'm going to rate this song. The instrumentation was fascinating for this. Of course, I was mesmerized by the story and where it was going, because that's how my brain is wired. Many of ours is. But musicians hear the instruments more than lyrics frequently. But this song captivated me, and the instrumentation just seemed just life moving on, the steady drum beat. But you had the fiddle coming in back there, and there were slight harmonies at one point, which said he wasn't going it alone. Fascinating. The number that popped into my head was a 9.2, and I can barely even explain it, but that's the number. You guys request phenomenal songs that move me, especially when I know part of your stories too. So, Elliott, thank you for that, my friend. And of course, thank you for your service. But I gotta say, I'm probably happier that you yourself got to the place, or a place that you wanted to get to, and this song captured it. So, all right, guys, have a great day. I'll see you on another video, and keep rocking the country.
But we caught a couple falling out on a blanket in the yard.